Yo, 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 it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and our lovely, beautiful hair really looking amazing. Miss Janelle Mayfield, how you doing?
Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy almost
It's almost Black History
month.
Month, y'all. And we got Erica back with us. How you doing, Erica?
Hey everybody, I'm doing good.
Good, good. And we have Jasmine back with us today. Hey, Jasmine.
Hi.
You doing all
Good
right?
evening.
I like the sweater. I like that. That's really nice. Looking really
Oh,
good.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, everybody, it's a sad day in America today.
Yeah.
Every man today shed a thug tear on his way to the office because she's officially off the market, y'all. We had our chance.
Oh my god.
There was more hope. There was more hope when Drake when Drake couldn't do it, and the other people couldn't do it. So we thought we had a chance, fellas. And it seems like ASAP did what we thought was undoable.
With his fine self.
Oh, please. She's pregnant, everybody.
It's fine.
So Valentine's Day is hereby canceled. We're not doing it no more. There is no Valentine's this year. Thank Rihanna for it. But we're gonna have a good show tonight, though. We're gonna try to press on and have a great time. What did y'all do over the weekend? Let's start with you, Janelle. What'd you do?
You were so dramatic with that. I relaxed. I relaxed shopping, which was nice. I know I like to spend some money. And yeah, I just chill. We had like a little fake snow, whatever. So whenever that happens, North Carolina acts like Jesus is coming back, so I'm going nowhere. It was great.
Okay. Erica, what did you do?
I saw Godfrey. I don't know his last name. He's a comedian. You guys might know him. I saw him at a comedy show. This weekend with my friends. That was a lot of fun. Other than that, not much.
Okay. Jasmine, what did you do?
I drove to Memphis to see the parentals. I'll be here all week.
Are you from Memphis?
No, but I have a lot of family in Memphis.
She said it like it was a bad thing to be from Memphis.
He just sounds like it.
She said no.
I have feeling from Memphis. I have feeling from Memphis.
Oh my God. My mama said it's an echo.
There's an echo? Oh, let's see here.
She had texted me and said that. But yeah, no, I'm here. I have family in Memphis. Well, my parents live in Memphis, so I had to drive up for the week. We watched the Janet documentary yesterday. I advise everyone to watch it. I still wanted to know more. Like, I love how she conveniently left out the fact that she had a whole little sneaky relationship with Bobby Brown.
I didn't know that.
Oh, let's not spill too much tea. Everybody might not have seen it yet.
There's at all. Everything already know.
Yeah, because he said it in his biopic. Like there was a whole thing where like he was a secret, and they was sneaking off and all of this, and he kicked her out of his hotel room, butt booty naked.
Oh, I've heard that. That story.
Yeah, you gotta watch. You have to watch the.
Really, it was really well done.
Let me know, everybody who's watching right now, if I got rid of that echo issue. I hope I did. Let me know if that's good to go now. Hey, everybody that's joining us in the chat right now. Glad to see you back here. I know it's been a while since we've all seen each other. Janelle, question for you.
You didn't ask Erica how her weekend was.
Yes, she did.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yes, I did. You know what? I ain't gonna ask you no more. I'm gonna ask you. No, just playing. I'm not gonna ask you no more. Oh, it's someone's first time. Natasha. Well, welcome to the Man Cave. The doors of the Man Cave are always open. It's just, the only time you see us is on Monday. You are welcome here. Stay after the service today, and we'll get your information.
Oh my God.
And make sure that you have the relationship with the Man Cave that you desire. That's what we're going to do for you. And I want everybody in the chat to say hello to Natasha on our way out today. Make sure y'all say hello to her.
Oh my God.
No, let me stop. But welcome. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. No, my question was gonna be. I'm an idiot. My question was gonna be. Do you think that this relationship will be over ASAP? And or are we gonna have to just deal with this for a while? Because it was a little tough. It was a tough
for life.
I don't know. Rihanna is a woman who knows what she wants and she knows what she doesn't want. And I feel like she's been very transparent with that. And I feel like she has always said, like, I want children, but I'm not just gonna. So I feel like they have to be together, y'all. It's all right.
Isn't this their second go at this too? Like they dated a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, they've been together.
Erica, you think it's gonna be a thing? Because you think ASAP Rocky is fine, apparently. So
I do. He's also kind of toxic though, so I hope that their relationship works out. So I hope that he's different with her or different in general. But I hope they work out, they have a baby together. I'm always rooting for families, especially Black families.
Okay, all right, I like that. Jasmine,
she don't care. I guess it is what it is.
It is what it is. If they are bringing a life into this world, it is beautiful. If they don't last, I hope that they can co-parent and be very, sane for the sake of the child. If they do work, that's beautiful as well. I don't really care. It's not my.
Well, with that being said, I wish all good things to them and whatnot and all that good stuff. Whatever. Anyway, this is what I had to say. I just wanted to give a round of applause to the ladies last week.
Oh yes, we did great. Thank you.
See, now I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything now. No, but no, let me say it. Last week, unexpectedly, I had to go away for work, and I hate putting stuff on people last minute. I really, really do. I hate throwing stuff at people last minute. I thought I was gonna be here to, do all the, the bells and whistles for ladies' night like I usually try to do, and I wasn't. And so I asked the ladies if they wouldn't mind going on Instagram with the show last week and doing it there. And when I say they did a phenomenal job, I mean it was completely outstanding. If you haven't seen it, you can go watch it on Instagram, our Instagram page today, or anytime you get a chance. They did a wonderful job, and it's testament to just having a great team of people. And they brought down the house. The comments were amazing. I'm on the plane trying to listen to the show because it was so good, trolling in the comments like I like to do. And a lot of people tuned in, and we've got nothing but positive feedback for it. So we appreciate you guys supporting us with that little quick change we did last week. And look forward to more ladies' nights this year because it's going to happen. It's going to be a thing. So great job, Janelle. Great job, Jasmine. I want to say Ra was there, and who am I missing?
That's it. You can only get
3.
It was only 3? Okay, cool. Okay, make sure I got them all. All right, so thank y'all for doing that. All right, let's get into this week's show. About 2 weeks ago, the preacher that everybody just seems to love, Mike Todd, decided that he was gonna, give a sermon about, sometimes you got to get through things that are uncomfortable, basically, to reach what God has for you and whatnot. And he decided to use an illustration that might have just gone a little bit too far. Not even might have, it just did. Where he literally spit, and not just spit in his hand. I mean, he hacked this up. This came from the depths of stupidity, this spit. And he spit into his hand and decided it would be a good idea to rub it in another man's face. Now,
his brother,
yeah. First of all, I've tried to do all my research today, so somebody point me out if I'm wrong. This man has not been to seminary, any specific training for his pastoral, duties. Now, I will say the call between the man and God is between that man and God, and I'm gonna leave it at that on that note. But the Bible does say in 2 Timothy to study to show thyself approved, and I ain't seen no studying. So that's one. No, that's what I'm gonna say on that. Second of all, if you read scripture at all, which I hope he does, he should, if he's a shepherd of a flock. Jesus didn't spit directly on a man. He spit on the ground, mixed it in the mud, and then applied that to the man's face. So we're already off in our illustration. We're already off. And then brother stood there and let this man slather him in salube. And I'm just wondering, I couldn't have done that. He would have got smacked in the name of the Lord. And the amount of people I saw, it troubled me. The amount of people I saw come out and defend this at a time when more and more people are leaving churches because of this stuff, that people are defending this. And so it just made me really, really uncomfortable, because he did issue an apology. But to me, it was less of an apology, at least to me, and more of a, yeah, y'all, crazy. I went a little too far, but y'all feelings are, y'all allowed to feel the way y'all want to feel. Well, brother, they didn't need you to tell them they're allowed to feel the way they felt. Like they saw what you did. Like, see, back in the day, the elders would have put you before the church and you would have had to make an apology, not sit in your office and laugh about it. So I'm just wondering how the crew feels about that tonight, and how everybody in the comments watching tonight felt about that, because I was absolutely disgusted by what I saw, and it just, I never had a good feeling. I'm going to say that because that can be very weird. I was never a fan of his, but after seeing that, it made me it just made me even more not want to watch, because my thing is, the word of God has the power to convict on its own. You don't need to do all of that extraness. If you got to do all of that, you ain't preaching the right word to me. That's all I'm saying. So, Janelle, how did you feel about it? And we'll go around.
I've never been a fan of his, and this is not anything personal or anything. Like, my spirit doesn't align with the way that he gives the word. And then when I found out that he doesn't have any education, that really didn't sit well with me, because I just feel like when you're sharing something, when you're trying to teach people something, specifically the word of God, because it's been translated so many times and things like that, I feel like you should have some type of knowledge. But the whole spitting thing, I'm not going to sit up here and say he's not a man of God. I'm not going to sit up here and say he wasn't called. I'm just going to say that the covering comes off of us sometimes. And when you're a pastor and you decide to be in that platform, I feel like it's really important for you to know when the covering has come off and when it's time to stop. And I feel like he ignored any type of common sense and decided to keep going, because sometimes you get caught up in mess. But my issue with him in general is, I feel like a lot of his sermons are very demeaning towards women, and I feel like he's constantly trying to make me feel bad, and it's like a Broadway show. And that does not align well with my spirit. It works for other people, and if it brings other people to Christ, whatever works for you, that's for you. For me, it's just too much. And spitting, like the whole, like you said, he like forced it out during a pandemic, and like it was very convenient that it was his brother. It more so sounds like it was done for clout, to be completely honest. Because it really sounds like it was done for clout.
Yeah, to me, because if it's not his brother, I don't think anybody would agree to that. Like,
no.
But let me go on down to Erica. Erica, how do you feel about it? Does it change your opinion on him as a or anything like that?
No, so he's always been kind of extra to me. Like, that's why at first I didn't tune into his sermons, because I just thought he was too extra. It turned me off. I think a lot of times pastors get too performative when it comes to like preaching the word of God. So that's why I was turned off originally. But then I was telling us before, I've watched one of his, like, I forgot why, I'm not sure if someone sent it to me or what, but I watched one of his sermons all the way through. I was actually blessed by it. Like, I think that I've been blessed by a couple of his sermons. So I don't dislike Mike Todd, but I also, like, I'm a firm believer, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a regular person, a person isn't the sum of all their character flaws, you know, nor are they a sum of all of their, like, the good things they do, you know? So I don't, I think he said that he was trying to make the word come alive, and that he he says that when he's preaching, a part of the like him demonstrating like how he interpreted the word was to try to, like, you know, do visuals and, like, you know, make it come alive, whatever. That was disgusting. I should start off with that. That was disgusting, and that did turn me off, and it was extra, but it wasn't surprising to me, because he does like really extravagant like shows to like get his point across. And on one hand, I can see how that is helpful, especially for like us as like a society. They were kind of like very visual people. We're always looking at like, we're bombarded with visuals and like images all the time. So I get that, like him being a younger pastor trying to give us an image of what he's saying, but this was disgusting. It was wrong, which is why he apologized. I think that was good. You know, whatever. I'm not 100% for any pastor, whether it's pastor at the corner or pastor at a mega church. Like, I let men be men and take the messages I can from them I give them. So
I feel you. All right, I'm ready for this one. Come on, Jasmine. Tell us how you feel.
Okay, first of all, it was absolutely disgusting. Like when I watched it, I was like, what possessed him to think that this was okay to do? Whether it was his brother or not, I don't care. You don't do that. That's absolutely disgusting. Secondly, I don't watch Mike Todd. I had someone send me one of his sermons once, and he was doing way too much for me. I'm somebody that is like, I don't like all of the theatrics. If you are going to preach and teach the word of God, preach and teach the word of God. But you don't need all of these theatrics in order for someone to understand the word. Because if you truly understand it and you're actually giving us a lesson, people are going to learn it. People are going to understand it. They're going to be blessed by it. They're going to be grateful for the lesson. But you're doing things for you to be able to be shown on social media more, because that's what it is. Because a lot of these people out here now are like, I'm gonna be a pastor, I'm gonna do this on social media, I'm gonna be on YouTube, blah 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 blah. I want my name out there more so I can grow my congregation. That's what it's about now. Everything is about being on social media so I can grow my congregation and grow my numbers on my YouTube page. I understand people want to get themselves out there, but there's a way to do it. And what he did was absolutely not the way to do it. No. Granted, he did get a lot of views from that. But is that really the type of stuff that you want if you are preaching the word of God? People are coming to your page not to listen to your sermons and learn from what you are preaching. They're coming to see if you're going to do something else stupid like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and as a pastor, is that really what you want?
Maybe it is.
My thing is, whatever you do to bring them in, whatever you do to
like,
bring people in, you're gonna have to keep doing to keep them there.
Exactly. And then you continue to do that, then people are gonna be like, why am I here? Why am I not on somebody else's page that's actually preaching and teaching the word to a way that I can understand it and really appreciate it? Why am I sitting here watching this man literally run up and down the stage, hooping and hollering, and I'm not really getting what I need out of this? That's just me. I'm not gonna sit here and do that. I've never been that person to sit in church and really get a word from somebody who's doing a lot of hooping and hollering. I need you to give me the points of your sermon. Teach me. Let me know what the word says. Give me a real life example of what's going on in the world and in the word itself. Save all that hooping and and the Lord. I don't need all that. I don't. That's just not me. I cannot stand that.
No.
And like it was just extra for absolutely no reason. And yes, he apologized, but he apologized just to apologize. Because his apology wasn't I'm sorry I did this. I should have did this a different way. Huh?
I honestly didn't understand what he needed to apologize for. I guess if he was saying like, because he didn't do anything like, what did he do to me?
I think he apologized because people were offended by the fact that he spit on his hand and put his saliva on another man's face in front of an entire congregation. So I guess, of course, elders are going to be like, you need to apologize. That was disgusting, but da. So he apologized just for apology's sake. He didn't apologize because he felt it in his heart.
I think he knew, he saw the backlash that other churches were having towards what he did too. Because the Southern Baptist Convention came out against it immediately and was like, that was not of God. Whatever he just did was not of God. And some of those old pastors, they might be up there in age, but they still got clout. A lot of them still got a lot of clout and concerns and stuff, especially in your more conservative Southern Baptist states. And I think once he saw that backlash and he saw the backlash that was coming on Facebook and the platforms where he's shown the most, he saw that kind of stuff happening. Yeah, now I need to apologize because it's going to hurt my brand. It's not about it hurting the ministry of God. It was about hurting the brand of Mike Todd. And once it hurt his brand, he's back in the hoodie and everything, back in his office apologizing. I think that's more what it was. I think Erica had something to say on it.
I was going to say, like, well, we can't assume that, like, we're making a lot of assumptions when we say that, like, oh, he was just worried about his brand. We don't know what he was worried about. What he said in his apology was that was a distraction from his message, which it was a huge distraction. It was disgusting. And we're talking about the spit and not his actual message. I didn't know his message was until you brought it up again right now. I didn't know what his message was. So, like, it was a distraction. He acknowledged that. I don't want to assume. I think that sometimes when the pastor comes from a mega church, because mega churches have been like so criminal, like there's a lot of criminal pastors that run mega churches. I think we start to make a lot of assumptions and fill in the gaps about stuff we don't know. You know,
I think it's both, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, your brand is very important, especially. I mean, I know he is trying to grow on social media because that is where his target audience is. And as a marketer, I completely get what he's doing. Like, he's trying to be trendy, just like Kirk Franklin did. Kirk Franklin just did it the right way. Kirk Franklin definitely was able to reach his audience.
But Kirk has also been in the business for decades upon decades, so he knows how this type of stuff works. But
I know that he's right when he says it was a distraction from the message, but I actually don't believe he feels it was gross.
No.
I honestly think he understands that it was gross. I think he understands that it may have been too much and people weren't able to really get what I was saying, but I don't think he is able to comprehend that that's nasty.
Because if you watch the video, literally everyone that was there, you could hear
them audibly
their
gasping.
shock.
Yeah,
and them saying, "Ew." You literally hear this, and you still do it. You hear the shock.
But the problem I have with this, is that nobody stood up and stopped it. And that's when you know you have a cult of personality built up around a pastor to the point where you can literally take it. I've seen, and maybe, hold on. Maybe it's his brother, yes. That's still fine, but I've seen, maybe it's because I'm a preacher kid or whatnot, but I've literally watched pastors be sat down before when they were saying some ridiculous stuff. I've been at revivals when a pastor's been up there saying some stuff that ain't right, and I've watched pastors get up and be like, "You're done. You need to sit down because what you're saying ain't true." And I feel like we're missing that now. We're building so much personality around these certain preachers that we believe everything they say is gold. And it just goes to the point where he spit in his hand and put it on a man's face. And that's not even what Jesus himself did. It's not the same thing at all. So it's we built up to the point where we don't even open our Bibles ourselves anymore. We just trust that person up there is telling us the truth and giving us what we need instead of reading for ourselves and studying for ourselves. And that is where you end up with that. People gasping, saying, this can't be right, but it's Mike Todd, so he wouldn't do anything wrong. And nobody stopped it.
Yes, there are churchgoers like that, for sure.
Francisco says sheep don't like confrontation. And that, hey, you might have something. You might have something right there. You were going to say something, Janelle?
I forget.
Oh, you forgot? I'm sorry. But
it's okay.
Well, I'll say this. There's a way for you to be able to teach the word and still have some type of, if you really want to do some type of activity to be able to teach the word. Because I saw this video, and I can't remember the name of the pastor, but he was teaching about hesitating in your life and hesitating with God. And he had a couple of young people on stage with him in a jump rope. Had two doing the swing in the jump rope, and it asked the young lady, "All right, come on in. When you ready, jump in." She hesitated. That was a part of the lesson. You can do something visual without being extremely extra or being disgusting, because people still got the lesson from it, just from a small visual of a young lady hesitating and not being ready to jump while the rope was going. That's a lesson. That's a visual that you can get people to understand and not have them talking about it in a bad way. Because I'm pretty sure when people left church that day, "Oh, pastor did that. That was a great lesson. I love the visual." Instead of, "That was disgusting. I don't want to come here no more." There's ways to do things, and what he did was just not the way to do it whatsoever.
I remember.
Go ahead, Janelle.
I think that and I can compare it to the way like citizens are of this nation, I think that sometimes we, as specifically in this situation, Christians or the sheep, we forget that we're supposed to be studying the word and understanding the word almost just as much as the pastor. And I think that people have put so much responsibility into pastors and so much trust, and they put so much into pastors in general, expectations, and like, I think they forget that the power is within them as well, and that you become weaker when you depend so much on a pastor. It just really makes me sad. I honestly haven't gone to church in a very long time, number one, because of the pandemic. And also, I'm kind of on my own spiritual journey right now. But being on the outside now and looking in, like, the power that pastors have, I feel is inappropriate to the word of God, to be completely honest. Like, I feel like pastors should not be as powerful as they are.
They're walking
That's
around
because
like kings
many
now.
people, oh my bad. Many people, they are at the point, it's almost like they worship the pastor instead of worshiping the Lord.
Yeah.
They care more about the pastor and what's going on with the pastor and how he's living his life or her life, whatever that may be, and instead of actually
Right. Why are we celebrating his personal wedding anniversary?
That's him. I can't stand that. I can't
Celebrate
stand
mine.
that.
Because my wedding
Yeah.
dress is important.
So his wedding means more than everybody else's wedding. I
gotta get money on his birthday because what?
The pastor's having an all white
lady $50.
Yeah, it's the first lady pastor's anniversary. We having an all white party. Pay $40 for tickets. I'm paying for tickets to go see a man I see every Sunday for free.
Like on this trip for what?
For what? For what? What's up, John? We were just talking about old Spitty Todd, and him spitting on his hand and smeared it on people's face, and how inappropriate and disgusting that was.
Can y'all imagine?
Brassville would never.
Spit on you. My own child don't even do nothing like that.
No, spit is like the ultimate disrespect.
It is.
I have to kill you.
Like I would never.
I've never been spit on before. If I was gonna spit on, I might try to kill somebody.
I've never.
Look, y'all remember what was the Flavor Flav show when old girl spit on New York?
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely disgusting.
No. First of all, while John's here, man, I want to give a big shout out to Brassville because they are out there doing some amazing things in music right now. And y'all, if y'all haven't heard about them, y'all will. They're doing some great stuff. So shout outs to all the articles and everything that y'all getting rid of about y'all. Y'all doing some great stuff. But no, like I've never ever been to the point where I felt like I was going to strike a woman before. But if she spit on me, I think that'd be the day I'd be seriously asking God for restraint. Because I feel like when you spit on someone, you see them as less than human. Like at that point, like
It's just nasty.
Yeah, that's just bad.
I dated a guy once that when every time he would kiss, like he would like, I'm on his life.
Oh wait.
But I literally have done
Next topic.
Yeah, the first time it happened, I made it a joke. I was just like, he spit on me or whatever. But that was just the way he kissed. I was like, this is over.
What? He just slobbered on you, or what was it like a?
I don't know why there was spit on me, but I was like
Valentine's Day edition.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Hey, plot twist. Erica dated Mike Todd back in the day.
I would have thrown up.
I'm done with you, Marcus.
Hey, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Uh-uh.
That would be absolutely crazy. But you know what else is crazy? My microphone just broke, y'all. That's crazy. That's real crazy. We need to get some 2022 funding around here because, yeah, my mic just fell off the clip. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna hold it like a journalist. Look, what's up, y'all? Get this boom out of here. What's up? I like this actually.
That was kind of cool, actually.
It is kind of cool. It's like I'm reporting live from the man cave.
God,
now. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. My feelings are hurt. But anyway, yeah. So next topic.
Please, because I'm disgusted.
I can't talk about Big Shot no more.
We're talking about dating, online dating. As y'all know, the dating pool has pee in it. So a lot of people are turning to online dating to find their love connections and whatnot. I mean, it's been successful for a lot. I know people who have been married from online dating and are doing fine. But there's also the dangers that come along with that. As we saw a sad story this week of a young black woman who was last seen with a white male.
23.
Yep. And she was 23 years old. And I think the guy's, 36 or something like that. I can't remember the exact age right now. But she was found dead. And apparently they're saying it was an overdose of drugs and fentanyl and some other things. And it's just very suspicious. So questions on the lighter note would be, have you tried online dating? Have you had any success with it? And then how do you feel about this story? And what would you allow, like, your brothers, your sisters, your child to date online, or would you want them to only date in person? We'll go around the horn. Janelle, you go.
Yeah, I was doing a little online dating prior to meeting Trevor, and I had some really good dates, and I had some really trash dates. But I was never in a situation where I was scared or anything like that. I'm always on guard with men, though, just in general. That's just how I am. But I feel like online dating could be this great thing, but people just ruin everything. Like, people have to ruin everything. And this story really makes me so sad because yet another black woman who clearly was drugged and killed, like, is screaming it. They won't even, like, really do an investigation.
The cops told the mom, "Oh, don't worry about it. He was a good guy," something like that. When she asked like about like the circumstance of the death, what she found out from the landlord instead of from the cops, he said the detective told her, "Oh, he was a good guy, the guy that she was with," something along those lines. That detective has not been suspended, by the way.
Because this is not apparently this is not the first case of a dead black woman that they have.
The same day, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all saw what happened in Virginia, but in Arlington, the cops, I believe it's Arlington, all the cops have like either resigned or been fired because there was this whole sex trafficking ring.
Ooh.
And I'm at the point where it's like, were y'all involved in her death? Like, why are you so quick to just... Do y'all think we're stupid? And on the other side, I'm sorry, but I promise y'all, I'll burn down this entire earth if anything has ever happened to my child. And I had to find out from my landlord. I promise y'all, mark my words right now, I will burn down this entire world. Yeah. That is not nearly a good enough answer. Everybody's done. That's it. I'm sorry. Everybody's getting it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
This situation really hurt because it's like, first of all, like, I didn't like the picture they used for her. So the pictures they used for her was her in a bikini, like, out enjoying the sun. It's nothing wrong with that photo, but it's the fact that they put his photo up as this respectable guy in society, and they put her up as, like, made her look like she was just this fast girl at the beach looking for someone to hook up with.
They tried to paint her as promiscuous.
Yeah.
One of the headlines says Design Engineer 37, referring to the guy whose Bumble date 23 died in her blood state. They referred to her as just his Bumble date, while just his Bumble date as the design engineer. And again, like he said, the pictures they use, like, the media clearly isn't on our side when it comes to these things. We have to be careful. We have to look out for ourselves because the cops aren't looking out for us. The media is looking out for black women.
And they're not going to.
They're not.
Not.
And was this their first date?
I think this was their first meeting. Like, I'm not sure.
It was the way it's described. It sounds like it. But I'm not
it sounds like it was their first meeting. Let me read the comment. We got a comment here from our first timer, Miss Natasha. She said, "Tried it. It's trash." I think she's talking about online dating. She says, "Tried it. It's trash." I was like, "What? Wait, would you try?" Tried it. It's trash. It's not like meeting people from back in the day online when you really get to know them before meeting. Now they rush you to exchange numbers and meet. Rush and meet up. Lula says, "Yes, they know what they're doing with the pics." And Mama Pam says, "Shut up, Nell. We broke and can't get a good lawyer." So yeah.
Hi,
Hey
Mom.
mom.
Hey,
But yeah.
Mom.
So yeah, it's just the way they always frame African American women in general as just being promiscuous, being fast, being like just out here. Oh well, and they're gonna spin it like, oh, she was a drug addict. I know how this is gonna get spun. when this man was apparently laying next to her when all this went down, and y'all don't think he's suspicious at all. But because he's a design engineer and all this stuff, that all of a sudden he's
fentanyl was found in her body, and that's used as a day rape drug.
Yeah.
Right. Because.
Yeah.
But the details are still developing, so I'm sure we can talk about this more.
So we'll definitely be bringing this story to light as time goes on. But I would say if you know somebody who is online dating, just make sure that especially if it's one of your friend, your homeboy, even your homeboys, because some people can do stuff to them too. You girls, just make sure somebody knows where they are, where they're going, where they're gonna be. Make sure y'all got some kind of like backup plan. Hey, if I text you this is my spot. Come pick me up. Like I do it all the time with fellas when I was dating them. I'd be like, hey, bruh, if this date goes wrong, I'm gonna text you like this word, and then I'm gonna need you to call me, and then so I can be out of there. And they be like, yeah, man, I got you. I've had dudes be late with the pickup on that text message sometimes though. But not saying no Darnell if you watching. But we going but yeah, just make sure y'all have some kind of plan. But as far as online dating, I think it has its positives. It does have its positives, but I will say that most of my personal experiences with it have just been absolutely trash. And I think y'all come next week, and the fellas, it's gonna be men's night next week, and we're gonna talk about some of these trash interactions that we've had on some dates. So yeah,
I'm not gonna raise pressure.
So ladies, y'all might want to stay away next week, or maybe y'all just want to come and hear what we had to say, because these fellas we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some truth to power, as they say. But yeah, so
men talking truth to power to women.
Hey man, sometimes we got things y'all need to hear. Sometimes men sometimes men have things that women need to hear, and y'all don't want to just necessarily hear them. But there's gonna be 4 dudes on the panel.
Right. Okay, you're absolutely right. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, well, y'all gonna hear it next week. Ladies had their turn last week. We're gonna have our turn next week. We're gonna answer to some of the stuff that the ladies said, and then we're gonna talk about some of the things that
we nothing.
Y'all were great last week, yeah, but we just.
But we didn't ask you anything.
That's fine. We're not asking y'all either. We're just gonna tell y'all.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all always opening your mouth when it wasn't warranted.
Oh man, we can't even open our mouths now. That's crazy. Anyway, that'll be next week, y'all. But on to the next subject.
Dang, you didn't even let me.
Oh, you didn't answer? My bad.
God.
My bad. Go give y'all opinions. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Dang.
We didn't. Yeah, you're right. I didn't ask you. No, just
that's that man stuff.
There you go.
You're right, but no, Erica, go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm pro online dating. This situation that happened with this young lady, I think her name is Lauren. Is it Lauren Fields? Lauren Smith Fields. Mm-hmm. This could have happened also by meeting a guy at a bar. This could have happened by reconnecting with an old high school friend. You have to protect. You have to. I'm not gonna blame her. I'm just gonna say I don't think online dating necessarily means you can run into a dangerous situation. You just have to be careful. See, I didn't start using online dating until my recent years, because I was in a relationship in my early 20s. But I think that plays a part. When you're online dating, you don't have you have to make sure you be careful. So I'm pro because you have to spread your dating web out wider. You can meet people that you wouldn't have met because they're not on your network. So I'm definitely for it. I've made some really good connections from the online dating that have lasted. That I still talk to some of these guys today. So yeah, I was trying to be careful with my words because I don't ever want to place blame on a victim in a situation like that. So I was trying to rewind that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pro it as well. I have seen it work for people. For me, it has not as of yet. But I mean, I have had a situation. I started talking to a guy that I met through one of the dating apps, and my suggestion for our first meetup was to meet at a coffee shop or something. He wanted to go to this place called Andretti's in Atlanta, but at night. And if anybody has ever been to the Andretti's in Marietta, the parking lot, it's within a strip itself. And when you go in there, when you get to the parking lot, you have to go down into the parking lot itself. So it's a very dark area. I told him I didn't feel comfortable with that. He laughed it off and was like, well, that's what I want to do. I blocked him. Because what we're not going to do, you're not going to put me in a situation where a white truck is going to come up and come get me. You're blocked, sir.
Yeah.
Not
And
doing
you're not going to talk to me like that.
What?
Exactly.
So you're laughing at the fact that she doesn't feel comfortable in a situation,
Right.
and you think that makes you a candidate for her.
Exactly.
That's
Is that the
weird.
place the hookah spot is?
Huh?
Is that the place where the hookah spot is?
Janelle.
No.
I was going to say, I feel like I've been there. Go on, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta be. It's
a
gotta
couple
be
of
quick on
different
the block button when it comes to online guys. You can't get too emotional because they'll try to like pressure you or make you feel bad.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick with the block, the delete, because you don't know them and you don't know what
Exactly.
kind of whatever.
So,
Mm-mm.
y'all know
But
my
bye.
on, listen.
Right.
experts.
I mean, I blocked a guy because he asked me if he said good morning Jasmine with a Z, and then gonna ask me if that was how I spell my name, but my name is clearly spelled on my profile.
So you slow, so you gotta
You're
go.
blocked. Like you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like but I mean, for me, it's like when dating, period, you have to be careful with the things that you're doing, things that you're around. When I go on a date, if I get a drink that does not have a top, I never leave my drink. And if I need to go to the restroom, I'm gonna chug that drink and go to the bathroom, because what you're not gonna do is put anything in my beverage while I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, I agree.
I will always get a top on my stuff. And if I don't feel comfortable, yeah, I'll be crazy and take my drink to the bathroom, because we're not doing it. Like you have to be with it. You have to be firm in what you feel comfortable with, and then also make sure that you are protecting yourself as well.
Yeah.
I will never allow somebody that I'm just meeting to come to my house. I'm not going to their house, because I don't know you. We're going to meet in a public place in broad daylight. I'm going to send my location to about 5 people
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta and outside of Atlanta. Exactly. Somebody is going to know where I am at all times. And it's sad that we have to be like that, but in this day and age, we have to, because there are some crazies out there that are literally preying on women to either snatch them for sex trafficking or to abuse them themselves.
Yeah.
And I hate that that's a thing, but unfortunately, this is the world that we live in, and we have to be vigilant in what we are doing to protect ourselves.
Yeah. And don't date, period, whether it's someone online or someone from school, if you're not ready to say no, if you're not comfortable with setting your boundaries and making sure they're clear.
Exactly.
Because out of all the dates I've gone on in like the last like 2 years or so, it was with someone that I knew from school that I felt the most uncomfortable with versus people that I was online dating with. So you have to make sure you're ready to say no matter who it is, and you're comfortable with setting boundaries. And that's something that you may not know until you have to do it, but just get as comfortable as you can, like telling people no.
I like that. My problem. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to add that I think the way that people glamorize and glorify being flued out also plays a part in the whole dating thing, because the moment a man says, I'll buy you a ticket, here I come. No, ma'am, you don't know this man.
Yeah.
Why are you so quick to try to hop on a plane to go somewhere where you don't know anybody?
Agreed.
To go see this person? Like it's different if this person lives or is in a city where you have people, but if you don't know anybody there, don't go. I don't care if it's a flight to somewhere that you've never been. You don't know this person. You want to go somewhere you've never been, call up your girlfriends and y'all make a trip and go. You don't go flying out to meet some random person. That doesn't make sense to me. But
especially
people glorify that
ask
shit.
you to stay like at their hotel or like somewhere you have to stay overnight.
No, I'm not doing it. You want to meet me? You come see me in the comfort of where I live, and we'll go meet somewhere in broad daylight again, so I can see who you are. You're not coming near me in my personal space where I live. I'm not coming to where you are. I don't care how much the plane ticket is. We're not doing it.
I see that. My biggest problem with the dating sites, for one, is they making money off you, man. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, to the point where you'll put your profile together, you'll do all that, and then it's, to unlock this person that likes you, you got to pay a $29.99 a month fee, or you got to get this, plus you got to do all that. So a lot of these people are taking advantage of people feeling desperate, people feeling alone, especially during this pandemic. A lot of people have been by themselves for so long that they're itching to find somebody to have companionship with someone. And a lot of these sites have hiked their prices based on that. So like I know Hinge was one that was just recently in the news. They went from like their basic package was $19.99. It's up to $29.99, and then for their plus models like $35 a month, just to see more than one person liking you at a time. And they're taking advantage of people doing that. So while I agree that online dating has made it and apps have made it good for people who travel a lot maybe, or people who work really odd shifts, maybe late shifts, and they don't have time like during the day on the weekends. So it makes it easier for them to find people that work with them. It's also a lot of like, how much are you willing to endure with it? Like, are you really ready to weed through like 100 dudes in your inbox saying grand rising every day, or girls spelling your name?
It's like 2 out of 100.
Yeah,
you can find 2 really good matches though, but not the 100.
But you got to sort through all these other people. Like,
listen, I tell you this: you text me grand rising, you get blocked.
It's like
toxic thoughts.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Not doing it.
I don't know. Like, and if you call me king on the first time you talking to me, like, you don't know. you don't know.
Yeah, I don't like pet names right away.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know.
Tomboyish, but
you know. What? You don't. You absolutely do not know. I could be the
compliment.
I'm just saying. You could be the worst. I could be the worst person in the world, and you just called me king.
Listen,
now I know I can rope you in.
I mean, you can compliment, but don't.
Yeah,
people overuse that. Good morning, queen. Good evening, queen. Shut up.
Like that? That's how you say it? Shut up.
No, like it's just too much. It's too much. I can't.
I don't mind that action now I think about it. I started to have a few flashbacks. I don't mind.
Some flashbacks just now.
Yeah, people update. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's read these comments. Mama Pam says, for that price, they better have some greatness. Yeah. I mean, you might as well just be on Facebook looking. Like the way I feel about it. I mean, at least you get to see someone's whole profile and whole life and more pictures for free.
Facebook dating is trash as well.
Oh, you been there?
They all trash.
I have not been there, but they keep asking me for it, and I'm just
been there, done that.
It's the same as all of.
That's where I met the dude that asked me if my name was spelled with a Z.
It depends on what city you into. The city matters.
It does.
Better patches of Chicago than they are in the St. Louis area. It's like 10 cute guys on the same. They all the same ones. I've already gone on a date with 7 of them, so at this point I'm running out.
That's a shame.
I was mad because on Facebook dating, I got to know the bartender at Friday so good, and then he swiped right on me on the dating app, and I was
Don't
like,
you hate when you see them? Yeah.
Now you know, yeah.
He was a cool dude, but he's not my type, so I had to stop going to Fridays for a couple of weeks.
He was hurt looking for you every day.
I couldn't do it.
A guy that I had met on Tinder, we had went out. I like to go to the club for dates. Don't judge me. I love going to the club. And we went to the club one night, and months later, I'm with Trevor, and I'm at the club. I think I told the story before, and that guy was in the same club staring me down from the back of the room.
Told me.
He was like slicing and dicing me from the back of the club, and I was like,
Anthony,
I just blocked him.
What's up, Anthony? That's crazy. No, but see, hold on. When you stopped talking to this dude, did you officially tell him like we're not talking no more? Or did you ghost him?
No, I'll tell you why. Because at that time in my life,
you ghosted.
First of all, I felt like I didn't owe him anything.
Don't shame her for ghosting.
I'm not ashamed at all. He can say what he wants. Y'all know I don't care. Okay. But I've never really felt like I owe somebody something if we're not deep into anything. Like we went to the club.
Yeah. I had a hard time feeling that old guy stuff when I first started. Not old them like stuff as in like me, but like old them like explanations and stuff when I first started dating. Because like I had been in a relationship for so long, so it was like I considered the person I'm dating's feelings. Now, goodbye. I forgot your name.
Oh.
Nah,
I was like,
she ghosted that man. He came in the club. He's like, oh, there she. Oh.
And y'all know I was cute, so he was livid.
I bet. No, but yeah. So shout out to all y'all that are online dating. I hope y'all find somebody by the 14th that y'all can finagle some gifts out of. I hope y'all do. I hope. Shout out to all the brothers looking at their bank account and getting paid on the first and wondering how much they're gonna have to put out on the 14th.
You should have been saving.
Should have been saving.
Sorry, I had your gift.
Should have been
That's
saving.
real. It comes around the same day.
Same time every year.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your gift?
And y'all be just as picky and unappreciative every time the same year. But let me Anthony said, Erica, you look good, girl.
Thank you.
What did he say?
He said she looked good. He didn't say you look good, Janelle.
Not him. First of all,
his videos.
Not him flirting in the comments like he ain't got her number.
I know. You can text her that. Didn't we have a conversation about what we can text people? Why don't you text Erica that? Text Erica that. I don't want to read that. Yo, get that out of here.
Rude.
Next question.
Get out of here. Get that out of the chat. But no, good to see you, Anthony. Hopefully you'll be back sometime soon. Flirting in the comments. Yeah, you be hoeing on the gram and then you be flirting in the comments. Boy, like we ain't got time for you. Army strong self.
Marcus, why don't you just show your progress pictures and stop hating? Like, why you gotta show your pictures if you want to so bad?
Y'all don't want to see these. Y'all don't want to see these.
Let's see your biceps.
See, Anthony is fresh in right now. He still got that motivation to be Army strong. See, me, I've been in for a decade now, and that motivation, I do enough to get by, you know. I do enough to get by. I'm the normal male, you know. He's doing that alpha male thing right now. Like, Lula says, why can't he compliment Erica Franklin? Y'all stop. You can compliment her. You know, talk to her after the show. We're just business.
Right, he flirting.
Brian says, how we supposed to say when we just recovered from Christmas? Amen. Hand clap for that. Hand clap for that.
Both holidays come every year.
And y'all want more every year. Fenty this. Blue Ivy Park this. I don't what
who wants it? You know what's funny? I said this last night. I was like, y'all be complaining about the same type of woman because y'all constantly go after the same type of woman.
And y'all going after the same man. Y'all said y'all done dated 7 of the 10 dudes and they ain't dating nothing. Now we go
complaining about. I'm just like, I've never done that. And people I know have never done that. So it's like,
right.
I'm sorry that y'all are so shallow.
Anthony,
that you just do
exactly.
The same type
Anthony.
What
are y'all about to buy for us? Exactly. What we getting?
Your day,
ladies in the chat right now. Ladies in the chat right now. If your man ain't watching, I want to hear what y'all think about getting your man for Valentine's Day. I want to hear these great ideas. And if y'all say a box of chocolate and a teddy bear, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Day is in October.
No, only the Midwest. That's a Midwest thing. That's a Midwest thing.
I celebrate it.
Lula says a good gift. That ain't saying nothing.
What is that?
He said, "Don't say nothing about sex." Don't say nothing about sex. Exactly. I don't want to hear no sex. Natasha says, "What did she? Hold on. Did I miss one of her replies?" She says, "And my birthday is 4 days after Valentine's Day, and it's depressing. Not the same day. I'm sorry. Your birthday came at the wrong time, girl. I'm sorry. You got to pick one or the other.
No, she needs both gifts.
We're going to split them. You're going to get one on Valentine's Day, one on your birthday. You didn't get blown up twice in 1 week now. Money don't go like that. Lula says, man, you guys sound corny. Why wouldn't you want to get a gift? I don't have no problem getting a gift. I don't have no problem getting a gift. It's just that the thought that the men put into their gifts is not often reciprocated in the same fashion.
Can I say why?
No. Next subject.
No, and I told Trevor this. Granted, Trevor did a really good job this year. I feel like sometimes, and this is with people in general, I think that sometimes they give not thinking about what the person may actually want.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're thinking like, oh, I like this, but you're not thinking, but would such and such like it? So it's not that like we don't like the presentation. It's just like, did you think about what I actually like? Or did you just go buy something?
Right.
Oh, well, I was talking about on the other side. Like I think that's the problem for like guys. The guys have that issue a lot. Where like my thing is get me something like things I like or like things that I can actually like use. Like give me something that I can actually use. I don't want like Don't give me like chocolates and stuff like that. First of all, I don't like sweets and everything. I'm just saying I've gotten chocolate for Valentine's Day before, and I was just like, but I'm getting you
Which
like
one,
a bracelet
apples?
or something like that. Give me something like a tie or something like nice. Find out what kind of ties I like first though, because I don't want no Looney Tune ties or nothing like that. I like man ties, like stuff like that. Like give me something like some cufflinks or something like that I can actually wear and use and make me look sharp. Like don't give me no lame stuff. That's all.
To know you that deeply, to know you would want some cufflinks.
I mean, you'd be
I would
surprised.
never
You'd be
thought
surprised
to
what
get
people
it.
get.
Cufflinks.
See, she said she would never thought of something like that.
But
I wouldn't have thought cufflinks.
saying like that's definitely a fair expectation. But has anyone ever gotten to know you to the point where they'd be like, I know that's what you want?
Oh yeah, and I still didn't get it. Next, that's a topic. Hold on. This is a topic. This is a topic for men's night. That's a topic for men's night. We're gonna talk about that next week. Y'all be here because we're going in on it.
They'll make us suffer for their
Trauma.
Exactly. We gotta feel it.
We gotta hear y'all's. Y'all gonna hear ours. Mama Pam says. Mama Pam says I get my man a gift, and I know she does. I know she does.
Y'all, she better get Daddy Bob a gift.
Jamila says booking trips, flights to tropical islands for my booze for B-Day. That's nice. That's really nice. Yeah. Natasha says sports tickets is my go-to. See, you can't do the same thing every year. No. Don't make it routine. Because if we did the same thing every year, y'all be like, oh, that's what he gonna do, the same thing. Like,
you're projecting.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
All right, now I'm gonna ask a question to the chat. If your man or if your significant other did the same thing for you every Valentine's Day, would you feel like, are you gonna do something different this year, or are we gonna keep doing the same thing? Would y'all feel?
Do you know how many different sports games there are every year? No.
Well, I don't want to go see Russell Westbrook and your Lakers be trash like they've been, Janelle. I don't want to see your Lakers be trash.
I shouldn't be trash with Trevor, okay?
Anthony says, "Oh, that man is lucky." I'm replying to Jamila. Lula says, "Both gifts." Wow, Marcus. I be joking. Anthony says, "Yes." Say why? Yes, we do. Women are generally more thoughtful. See, Mama Pam agreed with me. She says she agrees, Marcus. She agrees with me. It don't matter. She agrees with me. It doesn't matter what she agrees with. She agrees with me.
It does.
That's all that matters. It does not matter. As long as she agrees with me, it don't matter what she agrees about.
It does matter.
Brian says, my wife is the 11th and I'm on the 19th, so we don't even do Valentine's Day. Fair.
Birthdays, 11,
Lula says, I gift give in a very thoughtful way and love gift giving, but definitely not giving someone something if they're cheap or not going to give either. Ooh, shots fired. Okay.
Lula, what do you like to get, Lula?
Okay. You are a very thoughtful gift giver. Anthony said men's night. It's gonna be a men's night next week. We're gonna talk. We're gonna do some stuff. Pamela says pay attention throughout the year. Exactly. I like that. Mama Pam says pay attention throughout the year. I love you, Mama Pam. Thanks for agreeing with me. Brian says preach, sir. See, I'm getting the affirmations I need right now.
The thing about my parents, though, is whatever they get each other is something they're both going to enjoy. Okay? Mm-hmm. So y'all don't count, Pamela.
They do count. They count. They count. Lula says, for the holidays, replying to. Okay, cool. Natasha says, I usually have a different man every
Valentine.
Have your roster.
Hey, go ahead.
Have your roster.
Yeah, makes sense.
Every year is fresh.
Yes.
Every year is fresh, so you can keep doing the same thing every year when it's fresh every year. I feel you.
Absolutely.
I feel you. Smart. You never have to get a new date if you just get a new man. I like that.
Get a 14th, 15th, and 16th man. That's what you do.
I cannot stand her.
Anthony says, Marcus, that Westbrook line was a low bro. I'm sorry. That man be hitting the top of the backboard with every shot.
Whoa. What you won't do. Not today. Not today.
I will.
Tomorrow, but not today.
Brian says, advertise for men's night. We are advertising for men's night. We'll be advertising for men's night through the next week.
Who makes our graphics?
What?
Who gonna make our graphics?
That's how we want to play this? That's how we want to play this? The logo will be changed next week. We're gonna have a whole new logo. We're gonna have a whole new logo. A whole new logo next week. Where was I at? Anyway,
And I feel like y'all can blame Darius because I feel like he's gonna make me upset.
Oh, Darius is coming. Darius has requested to be back just for Janelle. He's like, I have to come back because it won't be the same if Janelle doesn't see me. Michael Newby said he's coming back. He's gonna do it.
Newby, I love Janelle.
So yeah, he's gonna come back on here. So yeah, we're gonna have 4 guys on here, and it's gonna be fun. So we're shooting for the 10th of February, Brian. Shooting for the 10th. So come look at us. Where was I at? Mama Pam said giving a thoughtful gift. Lula says, Erica, LOL, I won't share here. Mama Pam says she's trying to teach you something. Anthony, you're right. I'm gonna get Arthur to make the graphics. That's right. I'll get Arthur to make the graphics. We No, I love Janelle, and Janelle makes wonderful graphics. All the graphics that y'all see.
What do you mean? Me and Anthony got to fight at some point.
All the graphics that y'all see on the show, Janelle puts them together during the week. She takes a lot off my hands, so let me be honest. But all I'm saying is, fellas, I want y'all to just ask your girl if she got any ideas of what she's gonna get you this year, and see if her mind starts scrambling. Because we know what we gotta do.
We have to get y'all something.
What?
Trevor ain't expecting.
In Chicago we have Swedes Day, so it's a separate day.
Yeah, it's a different day. I know the Midwest has a different day for it, but for the rest of the country, that's normal. You know, like they're usually it's
normal, but you're not getting celebrated. I'm just saying.
So what?
It's celebrated. I was also born on Sweetest Day, so it's important to me.
Hey, I'm getting celebrated. I'm getting celebrated this year. Don't you want
to make them feel nice on a holiday where everyone else is feeling nice? That's so it's so crazy that it's like a tug of war. Like, just get the person a gift if you want to be with them.
I'm gonna feel special, and I'm gonna make my significant other feel special as well. So yeah, it's a give and take. But
so do you not believe that Valentine's Day should just be for the girl?
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
No, y'all get Christmas. Y'all get y'all birthday. Y'all get every date night. Y'all get a date night every week. Y'all get and y'all need another day.
Just because you didn't choose someone that takes you out on dates is not my fault.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. We gonna fight.
Your bad.
It is your fault. Okay. It's your fault.
Your bad.
Nah, V-Day, exactly, Anthony. V-Day should be for both people. Both people. So you can't love me because you want it to be for you. And then Sweetest Day, you don't even live in the Midwest no more. So then y'all say, we don't even live there no more. We ain't got to celebrate it because we don't even live there. And then we don't get.
I enjoy like gifting Trevor stuff. Like I love buying him like shirts and stuff, so he gets gifted anyway. But I feel like one day.
Yeah, one day for us both to love on each other equally together.
Being ghetto.
The only time I don't like giving a gift to somebody is when they have that attitude of like, "What you get me? You're not getting nothing now." We just
what?
Exactly.
Like,
how many days do y'all be having attitudes with stuff? Wait a minute. How many days?
I get something good stuff.
You're not getting nothing.
I'm not reading that, Anthony.
That's gonna be over. Like, what are we arguing about this for? You don't gotta give me nothing. Forget it.
That's wild. Oh shoot! All the questions we gotta put up with every year to not knowing what you want to eat, except for Janelle because she'll eat wings all day long. So I before we even say anything, we gotta put up with that all day, and then you gonna say, "Nah, y'all don't get this day." Like that's wild. That is absolutely wild. Men's night is gonna be fun because we gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. I can't wait for Darius and Michael to be on here.
We need to call Yanla because
hey Anthony, clear up your schedule because I think we're gonna do 6 guys on the panel. I think. Oh, we're gonna open this up.
Okay, you doing too much now.
Lula says, if you don't like to do nice things for women, just say that. Oh, stop it.
Period.
Stop it. Anthony says, no, that's a legitimate question. So Anthony's question was, well, what about for same-sex couples?
Next topic, please.
Lula says,
evening, sir.
Like, LOL, like, why they mad to do something? We're not mad to do something nice. We want to do something nice, but we just want to be loved too. But see, now we saying we want to be loved, and y'all mad at us for wanting to be loved. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
There is healing. Okay, there is healing.
Anthony said, "I don't know if I can go live, bro." Anthony said to Lula, exactly. Y'all always take it there. He's dead serious. I know you're not trolling, man, but that's something to talk about. We're not talking about that tonight, Anthony. We're not gonna do it. All right, next subject, last subject of the night. We're talking about mental health in the Black community. Tragically, we lost 2019's Miss USA. I want to say it was Miss USA, if I'm not mistaken. To an apparent suicide. If y'all did not see the news, she's absolutely a beautiful young lady. She just 30 years old. And apparently from the story,
USA.
Yeah, Miss USA. I think, yeah, she apparently Chelsea Christ. I don't know if it's Christ or Christ, but Christ.
Chesley.
What was it?
It's not Chesley.
Chesley. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chesley. Christ was a former Miss USA and correspondent for Extra as well. And she passed at 30 years old. Apparently, she jumped from her ninth floor window.
It hasn't been confirmed suicide yet, but suspected suicide because there was a note left.
Suspected suicide. There's a note left. If you went to her social media platform, her last post was basically wishing for everybody to have peace, love and peace on today. So it's becoming more apparent as this pandemic drags on that people are dealing with things in different ways, and a lot of people's mental health has been affected. I'm not saying that the pandemic had anything to do with this specifically, but there are a lot of people, especially in the African American community, dealing with mental health issues. So I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about a meme that I saw that had Tyrese, Kanye West. Who else was on there? Who else was on that meme I sent y'all? I can't remember. But
I do remember that.
Will Smith, yeah, Will Smith. And I think it was 4, but if it was just 3, that's fine. Those 3 are.
And Kanye.
Yeah. So and it was basically saying everybody wants, especially black men to talk about their mental health and be open and be vulnerable, but then we turn them into memes and we laugh at them when they go through problems and stuff. So just thoughts on those things, and we'll start with Janelle, of course, and we'll go around.
So regarding the young woman that died, I'm very skeptical of all of this. I mean, especially we just talked about a young Black woman who the investigation of her death is clearly a mess. I don't know. I would just rather wait until we really confirm that it was suicide, just because it's very hard for me to, I guess, wrap my mind around her throwing herself off of a building. Like, a lot of it just seems very odd to me. But there definitely is, this is definitely something that's really plaguing our community, especially right now, like you said, with the pandemic, with social media, with a lot of people being alone with their thoughts. A lot of trauma is being brought up. We witness trauma, we're Black. So that's a whole thing in itself. And I think that a lot of people are conflicted with dealing with parts of our community saying, therapy is great, get help, work on yourself and things like that. Then you have the other part saying, what's wrong with you? Like, you don't need therapy, you need Jesus, or, there's more support needed. And since my mom's in the chat, she's actually been working on, really trying to show how, yes, God is needed, but at the same time, there is science, there is help, there is medicine, there are different processes you can take to really get help. And we need more voices, I think, especially from the older community, that therapy and getting help is imperative, whether you're going through something or not. And that's my thought on that. Regarding the meme. So, to be honest, I thought the meme was dumb, just because the idea of the meme, I absolutely agree with. I do think that we tend to turn pain into comedy. That is definitely something that Black people do very well. But when it comes to Black men specifically, sometimes, this is just sometimes, I fear that there are excuses as to why Black men can't be open. Sometimes I feel like it's well, social media does this, social media does that, or, this person's feeling that way, this person's feeling that way. I'm a Black woman. Like, there are memes about us all the time. We are the topic of discussion without reason. People literally wake up every morning to crap on us every single day. We're put down. Like, it's horrific. And I'm not really trying to compare, but I'm saying at some point it's like, you're gonna pick yourself up or you're not. And also using celebrities, I feel like that's such a stupid thing because we aren't celebrities. We, like, they're on a completely different spectrum when it comes to life. And Kanye trash, Tyrese trash, Will Smith I did feel bad for. But it's like we're using examples of people who, like, Kanye don't care about him being a crying meme. He does not care about that. So I just feel like that just wasn't the best example. But the message is important behind it.
Okay, I feel you. Erica.
Yeah, I agree with most of what Janelle was saying. I think it's just really important for us to keep talking about, like, and normalizing going to therapy and getting help. I know I've struggled with anxiety before, and the what was like the biggest push in like me getting better was being diagnosed and talking to an actual therapist and saying like these symptoms are because of this. And it's like, because a lot of times you think stuff is in your head and you're trying to handle it the way like people who aren't professionals are telling you to handle your emotions or handle like your feelings. So like talking to a therapist, actually getting help, helped me put like numbers and like look for actual solutions, because I knew what it was that I was experiencing. So I definitely say go get professional help. Don't just listen to your feeling that makes you pray it away. Like, pray, but also go get help for sure. And I think that the more we like normalize and like have these discussions, it makes it easier for people to go get that help, or even to like recognize those same symptoms like in their own like behavior. So as far as the beam goes, I understand people use celebrities for these examples because like they're people that we know. Like I don't know your Dwayne, Bob, whatever in your life. Like these are like good reference points for us to discuss like bigger topics. I understand like them using those guys, but like Jill said, I don't know if all of them have like mental health issues or if it's just like behavior that's associated with just narcissism. In Kanye's case, I think he does
mental health.
We said what?
Narcissism is kind of a mental health issue, but in like a different way.
Yeah, but I guess not like depression, anxiety. I guess that's what I'm leaning more towards. But yeah. What was the next question? Was that all of it?
That was all. Yeah, that was all of it.
Okay.
Jasmine.
So, okay, couple of things here. If you all do not know, Black History Month, there's always a theme that is set. And for this year, the theme is Black health and wellness. So, with that being said, it's not just about your physical health. It's a lot about your mental health, because you can't be physically fit if you're not mentally fit. They go hand in hand. And like a lot of people, the stigma in the Black community is that we don't talk about our feelings. We don't talk about the things that are going on in our lives. And that ends up being a detriment to our entire health itself, because we can't continue to sit here and hold in all of the feelings and emotions and the things in our minds that are going on and think that everything is going to be okay, when history has shown us that it's not. And it's not like these things are not readily available. Because if you have a smartphone, you can get free apps like Calm, like Talkspace. If you work for a company, your insurance covers, it has an EAP, which a lot of them cover between 5 to 10 sessions with a therapist. You don't even have to pay for it. So it's not like these resources are not there. It's just a matter of us actually taking the steps to actually use them. Because people can continue to put all this stuff out here to allow people to help themselves, but you have to take the step to do it. I'm a person that I went to therapy. I'll definitely say that. And honestly, it was one of the best things for me. I will say this: the first time I went to my therapist, I literally cried the entire session.
Yeah, same here.
The entire time.
The entire session.
And I don't know why I was crying.
For no reason.
For no
I
reason.
Just me being there, like, oh, thank you for listening.
Yeah, because spirits were like, you're about to release this. Like,
yeah,
this is
it's different because yes, you could talk to your mother, you can talk to your best friends, but there's something about talking to someone who does not know you, who is trained on what you're going through. They're able to listen to certain words that you're saying and certain behaviors that you are describing to them and know this is how I need to help this person.
Yeah, they put numbers and data behind your feelings. That was what it was for me. It was like, okay, here, you're not just, this is not like in your head. Like, here's some data and numbers to show that this is normal. This is what you can do to, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. And like for me, a big thing was I wanted to find a therapist that was not just a woman, but a Black woman. I wanted to be helped by somebody who understood what I go through on a daily basis as a Black woman. Because for me, it's not that I don't trust white therapists, but I've seen, yeah, but I've seen some white therapists are quick to medicate Black people before they actually get down to the root of the problem. It'll be your first session, and next thing you know, you got a prescription.
Yeah,
they don't give you an assignment like the therapist that I had. She gave me assignments to be able to work through and understand what I was going through, why I had certain triggers, and how I could work through them. She didn't think one moment that I needed medicine. Now, granted, there are people out there that do need medicine, but how can you sit here and tell me after a 30-minute session that I need to be on some type of antidepressant when we really haven't delved deep into what is going on in my life? You can't really do that in 30 minutes.
Because they get
and you can't diagnose me off of a 30-minute conversation.
Pharmaceuticals is big money.
Yeah, I can't do that. So
they're making that money.
Right, they're making money off of it. I'm not saying like you don't get a white therapist, but you have to, before you start taking medications and filling these prescriptions, fill out your therapist.
Yeah.
If you don't like the first one, it's okay.
Google
That's
them.
not the person for you. Cool. Doctor, see you later. I want to find somebody else that I feel more comfortable with.
Let me read these comments and then I'm going to give my thought on it. Mama Pam says therapy must make sense for you. So very important to choose your type. Amen to that. Jamila says, just like people go to the gym to get physically fit and we see doctors when we're ill to get better, people should go and see and talk to specialists on getting mentally fit. And representation matters. Seek out those who are like you. Holistic therapies, work will, yoga, meditation, all of those help. And Mama Pam says, yes, Michelle. And by the way, she's getting her PhD in wellness. I think it's like something, I don't want to say it wrong, but type that in there, Jamila, what you getting your PhD in, so we can I don't want to say it wrong.
Doctor.
Yeah, it's a Black
doctor
for me.
My thoughts on it are, as a guy who is currently in therapy, I don't mind sharing it. I currently have therapy sessions myself. Black male suicide rates went up 30% from 2014 to 2019. So this whole air of macho-ness that we seem to carry about ourselves, like suck it up, be tough, you a man, kill it now because it's killing us. And it's not healthy at all. And I noticed it in myself. I mean, my dad was that way to, tough it up, stick it up. I mean, but he went through the Jim Crow South. Like, so I understand the reason why he was the way he was, but we don't have any excuse now we send our children to school to get these doctorates and get these degrees, and then when they get them, we don't utilize them. We don't use them. We have people that are in hospitals now with this COVID pandemic, Black doctors who we won't listen to because now we think they're part of the system too. At some point, we have to stop. We have to stop and just be like, we need help as a community.
My baby doctor.
Yeah, we want to shout out cousin so and so is a doctor and stuff, but then when they say something, no, we're not doing that. You not sick. Just take the. Sometimes you need to go see the doctor. But anyway, so as a guy who's in therapy, I will say I noticed in myself that they're like when you try to suck it up and push through, there's an anger within you, especially when there's something like you have not said or something that you have not done. It will bleed into every aspect of your life, to the point where you will become sick. And I'm not just saying mentally sick, like physically sick. I knew I needed to talk to someone when I could not I just didn't want to wake up in the morning. It was like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't even want to do this because it's nagging, it's dealing with me. So I ended up finding a very great a black therapist. And I didn't even get a guy. I got a lady, and surprisingly, she's like, I was like, I don't want to talk to this lady because she gonna be all biased on the lady side of things. And she has said, she kicks me like when I'm wrong. When she's like, no, Mr. Winters, like, come on, that's wrong. And then when I'm right, she's like, yeah, women can do this. So she's like she's like unbiased and everything. And talking to somebody who has no stake in what you're going through is amazing. Like, nothing happens to her if I like either one way or another. She goes on with her life, so she's not going to be giving me advice based on how I hype a story or how anything. Because whenever I talk to her, she definitely always gives me this line. She's always like, "Are you talking out of anger, or are you telling me the true story of events?" Like, because there's a difference. And I think a lot of times we get advice from our friends. We get advice based on the reaction we have to what has happened to us. So they can only advise you based on the energy that you gave them. You go to, your friend, you're saying like, and he did this or she did this and did that. You're instilling the emotion of whatever happened. So whatever you're saying is probably sounding 10 times worse than what actually happened. So your friends are going to give you advice that's 10 times more drastic than what you probably actually needed, was probably just to sit down and chill out for a little bit. So
what he do, girl?
What was that? Yeah, what he do? Yeah, exactly.
Tell me something crazy.
Yeah, it'd be like, did they really do that?
Cut his tires.
Or are you perceiving it? Like, yeah, cut his tires. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you need to step out this weekend and do something crazy. Like, instead of just, all right, y'all just had a little fight. Like, you just really upset right now. Take a day, chill, and then. What was that?
We can still step out.
Oh, see, that's why we need a men's night. But no, but yeah. So definitely, I've noticed that I've been able to handle situations a little bit better now too than normally I would just, someone say something to me, I'd be like, forget it. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't care how you feel about it. To more of a like, all right, I can see how what I did might have affected you, and now I need to, I can communicate with people better or learn to do some different things better, So please, if y'all are having some mental issues, y'all feeling like you're having a rough time, if this pandemic has you down, please go talk to somebody, because it really is killing us at this point. And it's Black History Month, and all I want to see is joy and excellence on my timeline. I don't want to see any more deaths. Go ahead, Erica.
Do we all want to give like 2 wellness tips, things that helped us, like not giving medical advice, but give like 2 things that helped our mental health?
Sure. Go.
Sure.
You first.
You go first.
Exercise for me and changing my diet has helped. Some things that you eat can give you different kind of energy, so that helped me. Being around people that I love, cutting off toxic people.
Anthony says, Erica, you went to cutting tires a little too quick.
He spelled the T-W, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it got to be done.
It's got to be done. What else did we? Okay, Jasmine, you go ahead.
For me, it was honestly spending time with my family. So like that's honestly is part of the reason why I am in Memphis with my parents, because I did have a moment where I was into my head too much. I realized that the things I was doing around my house was giving. I need a moment, because like they say, they call it like depression room, I guess, like when you really just don't, for lack of better words, give a shit about your personal space and how it looks. And I was on the verge of that. And I never, until I started going to therapy, I never realized that. I never put 2 and 2 together. But now that I have, this is like the first time it started to get bad, but it didn't. So like I knew I was like getting better. So for me, it was, I needed to step away from everything that was at home and be around my parents, be around my family, do something like that. Because I am a introverted extrovert. So I like to have my space. I like to be by myself, but I also have those times where I crave being around other people, and specifically people that know me best. So there are times where I'm just like, okay, I need to get away and be with those people. And that's one of the things that the pandemic has allowed me to do. And now that I have a job that is fully remote, I can do that more often, to where I'm not completely over everything and I have to be at home and have to go into the office. I can't do certain things. So that was one of them. And honestly, I stopped drinking during the week because I realized when I had a bad day, I'd have 2 or 3 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Yes, Mommy, we're still on the podcast.
Hey, Mama, come on over here in the screen, Mama. We got some time for you. Come on over here, Mom. Come on over here.
She creeping through the door.
Did she put the finger up, though? Did she put the finger up so she could pass by? Did she put the finger up? That's all I need to know.
Recognizing the signs is so important.
Yeah, that's important.
Like recognizing the signs.
And you definitely don't want to start associating something like wine with having a bad day. Like,
exactly.
Instead of.
Yeah. And so like, and it wasn't just for my mental, it was for my physical as well. Cause, full transparency, I was a doctor. My doctor was like, your metabolism is extremely slow. And my numbers are borderlining pre-diabetic. So, yeah, it's, sorry, Janelle, we did not talk about this. My apologies, friend. But yeah, so like it's, I had to make those changes for myself in order for me to be healthier in the long run. It's something new, granted, but I have been trying to stick with it so that I can be better for myself.
Okay, Janelle, I'm coming to you, but let me read a comment real quick. And Jamila, I don't see where you put what you getting that major in, that doctorate in, but I need
she
that in.
Did. It's somewhere in there.
Did she put it? Did she put it in there?
Yeah.
It's psychology PhD. Yep. Less than a year left. So congrats. Let's hand clap for that. And another black woman in the field gonna help us out. Got some hundreds from Stephanie Richardson in there. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Charlotte. I see you, girl. And then Jamila says, being selfish at times is best. Self-love and self-care is big and necessary. Take time to focus on you and what brings you peace. Getting sunlight during this crazy winter, seasonal depression. Take breaks away from people who bring you emotional baggage and drama, family and friends alike. Janelle. Charlotte says, Don Julio, is that you? So I guess she's got her way to deal with it. And Mama Pam said it's very important that you get a medical examination along with mental health therapy. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Janelle.
I'm the complete opposite when it comes to anxiety and stress. Like, I start overdoing things. So I'll start over cleaning. I'll literally like walk back and forth. Like, I'll be in 3 different rooms for no reason, just like trying to figure out things to do. I've become very discombobulated and I don't eat. So it's very frustrating. So what I have done this year, like my focus this year is to be selfish with myself. I felt that over the last few years, I have poured a lot into other people and I'm constantly on the go or doing this, doing that. So this year I'm forcing myself to like sit down. So I've been taking more baths during the week. And I mean, like, I'll sit in the bath for like 30, 45 minutes. I put The Office on my iPad in the corner. I have some snacks, and I will sit in a
bath like 5 days a week.
And it's amazing. Another thing that I'm doing is that on the weekends, I just stay in bed for at least for 2 hours. I'll just find a show or something, and I'll just close the blinds, and I just force myself to rest. And then lastly, something that I've been doing, I'm spiritual. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord. I pray every single evening. I go into my son's room. His room is like the quietest, most peaceful room. I go in there and I just pray and talk to God. That's every single before I go to sleep. And I just ask for like peace. I pray for all of y'all. Like, I just really just talk. And I'm very specific in what I say. Like, I don't just say, oh, Lord, I'm here. Thank you. I'm just like, Lord, tomorrow I want to have a good day and I want to make sure this report gets done by 1:00. Like, I'm very specific in what I'm talking about, and that has been very helpful.
Okay. And for me, 2 things I did to start feeling better. I cut off a lot of toxic people, friends, family alike. I finally got to the point where it was like, I'm obviously being used to facilitate your life and being used as a crutch in your life when I'm trying hard on my own to stand up. And I can't support the weight of both me and you. And it's time for you to pull your own weight. So I did that. That was a really hard thing to do over the past year. And then one of the things that therapy has helped me do, it has been to realize that no matter what I do, and no matter what I try to do, I can't force people to see me the way that I deserve to be seen.
Yeah.
It has to be a choice by them. I can have the greatest intent. I can, pull out all the stops, treat you as well as you possibly can be treated. But if you're not ready to receive that, if you're not ready to have that in a part of your life, then it's nothing that I can do to help you to get there. And to let go and wash my hands of it, because at the end of the day, it's more of a problem with you than it is with me. And and a lot of times, I try to fix things. I try to make things or what they should be or what they could be and have the potential to be, instead of realizing that they have to make that choice too. And if they don't make that choice, then walk away and let them deal with the consequences of not making that choice. So that's been a big weight off my shoulders this year, where I don't feel like I'm responsible for people or responsible for other people's well-being and whatnot, because we grown. Y'all make choices and we all make choices, and if you make the wrong one, but I got to live my life, and I still have to exist, and not just exist, but I have to excel. I have to be present in everything. So I don't want to just merely coast through life. I want to enjoy it and be happy, and that's one of my biggest goals in 2022 is just to be happy. Like, just to be happy, in a state of happiness and thankfulness. So that's it for me. And I think that's a really perfect way of kind of just wrapping the show up tonight. Good suggestion there, Erica. But we always, which has become the tradition, always, is that a pat on the back for yourself right there?
No, it's a pop in the collar.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, pop it. Go ahead.
Bring us back to 2008. Sir.
I know, right? Ever since I can remember. No, what has been a little tradition here, we started giving Jasmine the last word of the night. So, what you got for us, Pastor Jasmine?
Oh my gosh. So one, what I'm gonna do, in the fan page, I'm gonna post a couple of the apps that are top apps for mental health. But I guess my thing is, one, be careful out here when you're dating. And that's just in life, period. As my daddy used to say before I went to college, don't ever leave your drink unattended. If you leave it, don't drink it again. And then when it comes to mental health, just be cautious not be cautious, but be aware of how your mood changes and when you need help. When you feel that you need to talk to somebody, don't push that feeling down. Go talk to somebody. There's no shame in going to therapy. Again, there is no shame in going to therapy. And you don't have to broadcast it to the entire world. Everybody doesn't need to know that you're going. It's something that can be just between you, your therapist, and God. Mm-hmm. That's it. Get the help that you need. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't need to, because that has been the stigma within the Black community. F all that. We trying to get out of that. History has shown us that does not work for us. If it does not work, fix it. Go to therapy. It's okay.
Amen.
You're not superhuman.
Nope.
Right.
Nope. Not at all. So, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. With that being said, that's the show for tonight. I want to throw some things out. So next week that we won't do a show on the 7th due to some scheduling issues, but we will do a show on the 10th, God willing, as the old folk would say, and it will be men's night. So ladies, they told, what was their, I think their title was, ladies, leave your man at home, all that. Yeah. They can stay home. It's about the men next week. We're going to talk about all the issues with the ladies and all that stuff that we talk about. We're going to have fun. We're going to be reckless. We're going to be wild. We're going to have a good time. So ladies, come through if you want to see what we be talking about. If y'all want to, but y'all might like some of these topics. Y'all might have something to say about it. But if y'all have seen the last crew I had for the last men's night, some wild things can be said on men's night. last time we ended up having to do a part 1 and a part 2 as a rebuttal to the to ladies' night. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. And I want to thank Natasha for being here. Welcome the first night here. We hope to see you in the future. Bring some friends with you. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed week. And my last word for the night is check up on somebody this week. And your strong friends that's always there for everybody. Text them tonight before you go to bed, first thing in the morning. Just check on somebody and make sure everybody's okay, because people are fighting battles that you may not have no idea about. And just be kind to everybody. We love y'all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.